Hi, I'm Becky Streepy from Glue and Glitter, and welcome to this week's Friday Tea Break. Before we dive in, I wanted to do a couple of quick caveats. The first thing I wanted to talk about quickly is that today is Juneteenth, and it just felt wrong to start talking about cooking without acknowledging the holiday. I'm not going to go in depth about it, but I've been doing a lot of learning lately. I hope I'm getting this right. But if you want to learn more, hitting my mic. But if you want to learn more about what Juneteenth is or some ways that you can take action, I've got a few links in the episode description that you can check out. The other caveat is that my guests and I are in our homes. There are people and animals here. In my case, there is construction going on, like right back there in my neighbor's house that I can't control. So there might be some noises, and I apologize about all of that in advance. So that's it. So without further ado, let's introduce today's guest, Valeria Hernandez. Sorry, I'm spacing out today, y'all. Valeria is a vegan nutrition coach, and she's a fellow vegan lady boss, and I am super excited that she's here today. So let's bring her on and chat. I haven't seen her since the last vegan lady boss meeting.
Hello.
Hey.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
So what's going on? I know you were telling me before we got on that you were having a lot of phone problems.
Yes, the universe is giving me messages of disconnection and just digital detox.
Yes, some forced self-care.
It's a little distressing because I didn't plan. Like I have in the past, deleted social media apps from my phone just as like having some self-care time and just cutting those negative habits of opening your phone and constantly getting on social media kind of as like a knee-jerk reaction.
Yeah, I do that too.
Yeah. So like this was different because I went to get my phone screen repaired. I had cracked it. And they were repairing the phone screen, which took 3 hours, which I didn't know that it would take that long. It seemed like a simple repair. So I come back after the 3 hours and they're like, yeah, we're going to need to replace your phone entirely. We're really sorry. And I was just like, no. I was also in Marietta and I live closer to Inman Park. So that was a very long drive to do without a GPS. So
oh my gosh.
All my fellow millennials that are directionally challenged like myself have some spatial awareness because it can come in handy in these situations. I got really lost in Powder Springs. Yeah.
It is so confusing up there. All the roads are so curvy.
I know. Once I got on the freeway, I was good to go. Like I know a lot of people get scared driving on the freeway. I'm kind of the opposite. I find a lot of comfort in just like straight roads, and they tell you when an exit is coming up like several, miles in advance. And it's just a lot easier for us directionally challenged folks.
Yes.
Yeah, suburban areas, it's just like, I don't know. It's hard to navigate for me.
I've lived in Atlanta since 2001, and I still don't know how to get to many places. Maybe like the 3 places that I go regularly. And
right.
That's about
Same here. Same here. Like I can get to work from my house without GPS, but
sometimes it's helpful.
Yeah. I also just like knowing when I'm going to get there. It's like, oh, it's going to take 15 minutes instead of 17. And I'm like, awesome.
Just feel good about saving that 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm currently phoneless. I don't know when I'm getting my replacement phone. It's a mystery.
I'm rooting for today.
Yeah. I was telling my mom, I'm going to manifest that at 3 p.m. they're emailing me that my phone's ready because it's like after this call and I can still have a couple hours to like work my 9 to 5 and hit my 8 hours for the day. And it's early enough so that it's not like cutting into my evening. So 3 p.m. is.
Yes. And beyond just like maps and stuff, you use your phone for work because you're a nutrition coach. Like you use it to communicate with clients, and you do a lot of that on Instagram, right?
I do. Yeah. I'm really active on Instagram. I recently started a new page. So it's at Vegivale, like VEGIVALE. If y'all want to follow me, I'll follow
Do
back.
it. She posts great things, y'all.
And yeah, I just really love like sharing recipes on there. I don't create mad respect for people who create recipes like you. Like I think that's amazing. I am not as talented, but I love sharing recipes that I find and make and like posting my version of it. I do that a lot and just like sharing how to eat a balanced meal and like make sure you're getting all your nutrients on a plant-based diet. Cause I know I really struggled with that as a new vegan. I fell into the junk food vegan trap.
Oh
And
yeah, all day.
yeah. So it's like having that balance of still, eating that vegan ice cream and pizza, but also like the veggies and the fruits.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So I think this is a great time to kind of dive into like what we're eating right now. Do you want to
Yeah,
talk about what you've been cooking?
definitely. I have really been loving rice bowls lately or like quinoa bowls. So I'll do brown rice or quinoa base and then add like lentils or beans and then have some roasted veggies. And I typically, that's how I kind of portion up my meals. I'll do a grain, protein source, and a vegetable. And I just keep it really simple. Sometimes I do themes like with my spices. So I'll do like, Mexican theme, like chili powder, cumin, um, a little cayenne pepper, garlic powder. Those are my go-to spices. Or if I want it to be like more on the Asian side, I'll add ginger and turmeric. But yeah, I keep it really simple and I just like to whip up fast, healthy things.
Val, I swear to you that right after this, Dave and I are recording a Talk and Tofu episode, and on the outline is rice bowls because we have
Oh
been
my God,
living on
yes.
rice bowls. They're so easy.
Yes.
We had rice
And
bowls yesterday.
they're so good.
Yeah.
Me and my mom had rice bowls yesterday as well. Actually, we went out to eat, but it was something I would make at home anyway. It was like rice and edamame, and it had like cucumbers and this like Asian ginger sauce on top. It was super good.
Where did you get
And then
that?
tofu. I think it's called Lab Bowls or Bowl Lab. It's in Vinings. So
Okay.
it's like a poke bowl place, but they had tofu. So that's what I did.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So your mom is local?
Yeah, she lives like 30 minutes from my apartment. So I'm at her place right now because the iPhone repair place is closer to here than my apartment. And I
Super
wanted a
easy
buddy
drive.
to come with me to the iPhone repair place so I don't get lost again.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
My
So
mom does
I'm
not
just
live
like,
local, but she says hi. This is
hi.
Pam. Hey, Mom.
Hi, Pam.
We're lucky that
Nice
your
to
mom
meet
lives in
you.
town. I haven't seen her since my kid's birthday party, which was in early March.
Oh, wow. So where does your mom live?
She's in South Florida. They
Okay.
came, the party was like literally was 1 week before lockdown here started. I
Wow.
was surprised that people still came. Thank you for coming. I'm glad you came.
Yes. That's
So
crazy. So close
yeah,
to Miami?
yeah, she's about
Ish.
45, maybe 30 minutes from Miami now.
Okay.
She's like in Hollywood by the beach.
Oh, yeah, I know where that is. I love South Florida. I actually worked there for 3 months in 2019, um, with doing a contract like as an engineer, and I was loving life. I was like living out of hotels and going to the beach. It was great.
Hotel life is really fun, like for short term, because I would
Yeah.
miss having like a kitchen and like rooms. But
Yeah, I made sure to get I think they were like extended stay. I don't remember what they were called, but it was like a Marriott, like their branch that always has the kitchenettes.
oh
So
yeah,
I got a lot of Marriott points, which was good.
is it the Residence Inns? I think I
Oh
stayed on
yeah,
some of those.
residence, and that's what it was. Yeah.
When we go to fish shows out of town, sometimes we'll stay at a Residence Inn because the
Mhm.
kitchen saves so much money.
It really does. Yeah. Plus, like, I just don't feel good, like, energetically eating out so often. Even when it's healthy food, like, you can still kind of tell that it's not as healthy as like if you ate at home.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be able to survive like eating out every single meal every single day.
We actually just started getting like takeout food. Maybe
Hmm.
3 weeks ago, we decided
Okay.
to pop that bubble, and we have been probably overdoing it. Like we're really making up for lost time with takeout right now. I haven't
Yeah,
cooked very much at all, um,
I don't blame you.
except for rice bowls. And yeah, I do notice a difference, even if I get like healthy takeout food, which we really haven't been very often. But you still kind of feel, I feel like the portions are still bigger. It's
Yeah.
still like saltier
Hmm.
than like I would make because I don't salt much at all when I'm cooking.
Same. Same. Yeah. So what kind of takeout do you get? Like, what are your go-to places?
Oh my gosh. So the first place we got from was El Mariachi in Kirkwood.
Okay.
We got from them the first time and then also last night. Um, they're just nearby and their situation is like
Yeah,
very low stress, which is good.
that's
Um,
good.
and we also ordered from Plant Based Pizzeria twice.
Mm,
Their pizza
love that
is
place.
amazing.
It's so
It is so good. That spelt crust, I was nervous that Dave wasn't gonna like it because spelt is a little bit heavier, but he
good. Oh
loved it
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
They season it so well. It was awesome. And we got the one with roasted peaches on it.
I was about to ask you that because that's the one like we haven't tried many other flavors because that
Mhm.
one's just so good. Is like we're okay getting that one multiple times.
And it's such a unique, you can't get that anywhere else.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why. I'm definitely like, I know this is a hot topic, might be controversial, but I do enjoy pineapple on pizza and other
Me too.
fruits. I'm all
Pineapple all
about
day.
like mixing flavors, like sweet and savory. If you like make it spicy too, like I love that. So
Yes. That pizza has
yeah,
all those elements too, like the peaches,
yes.
and then it has like is it impossible? It might be beyond chorizo,
Yeah, I'm not sure.
and then it has jalapenos on it.
Jalapenos.
Gosh, it
So
has
good.
all the things.
Yeah, it's got it going on.
It really does. What about you? What are your takeout places?
So in honor of Juneteenth, I want like actually this isn't even intentional, but it's like me and my boyfriend have been eating out so much at VBQ.
Oh my
So
gosh, I
it's
love that place.
the vegan, yeah, barbecue place connected to Orpheus. So that's Black owned and vegan. So great place to support, especially on a day like today. Slutty Vegan is always a good go-to as well. And
Yes.
to Silly's Raw Reality. So, but yeah, plant-based pizzeria is also a good one. Um, I just love all those places really. I feel like we just rotate between because the ones that are like the closest to us is BBQ Plant Based Pizzeria and Slutty Vegan. So we kind of rotate. And then, non-black vegan places. Well, not necessarily vegan, but like that are walking distance from us is Amaza and Recess.
I have still not had pizza from Amaza, which I know is like a
What?
crime in
Oh my God,
Atlanta.
Becky, what are you doing?
I don't know. I don't know. We were gonna order from Amaza and then they were closed or something. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
they
Something.
recently reopened for
So we
takeout.
ordered from plant-based pizzeria
Mhm.
instead, and now we're obsessed with them. So my
Yeah.
plans to ever try Amaza are being deliciously thwarted again.
Right. Yeah. No, there's just so many good options. It's like it's a good problem to have for sure.
Yeah, we're lucky in Atlanta. There's so many
Right.
places.
Yes.
We've been eating like kings around here.
I
It's
know.
great.
And even when like we don't feel like making rice bowls, like we can get them at recess, which is I know you and I had like the same recess order.
Yes. Do they still have
Talked about
that fall bowl? I'm worried now that it's summer that they're going to
it.
take it away from us. They
I
had
think
this
they
fallen
do.
in love bowl with squash in it, and it was
Yeah. I
so good.
so for takeout, I don't think so. Like they reduced their menu.
Mhm.
But I've been getting poncho and lefty a lot.
What's that
That
one? Is
one's
that coconut rice?
yes, and the mushroom chorizo.
That mushroom chorizo is so good. I
It's
got them to add it to something else. I think I got them to add it to the fallen in love bowl one time.
okay.
It was really good.
Yeah. And they added tofu to their menu, so you can like put that as an add-on, which I feel like is a really huge step.
That's
Because
amazing.
I DM'd them on Instagram. I was like, listen, I know a lot of vegans come here. I'm not the only one. and you guys need more plant-based protein options because the add-ons were all like chicken, sausage, whatever. And I was just like, where's the tofu at? Where is the tempeh? I need protein.
Yeah, the half avocado is nice, but
yeah, it is.
But tofu that's what's going to get me coming back.
Mm-hmm.
It's my favorite, as I'm sure anyone who knows me knows.
I love tofu so much.
Me too. That's usually our rice bowls. That's the protein. I just do it in the air fryer. It's so easy.
I actually don't have an air fryer, but I've been eyeing one.
You need an air fryer. I might have a spare one.
Really?
I think so. I have to check my office. I have all these cabinets with stuff in them. I'm looking around because I'm in my office, but I think right over here on a shelf I might have one. I'll check.
Okay. Yes, let me know, because we have, our kitchen isn't tiny, but it's just limited counter space, and we already have like a blender, Instapot. We recently got a coffee grinder to like freshly grind our coffee beans, which I feel like we're leveling up our coffee game at home.
It does make a difference.
It really does. My dad got me an espresso maker for my birthday this year, so I feel like I can finally make like proper espresso because I can grind it finer. Apparently for espresso, it needs to be like really finely ground coffee. I didn't know that. So, the more you know. But yeah, slowly but surely we're upping our kitchen equipment. It's just the clunkier things like the Instapot is a lot of space. And then the air fryer, I haven't seen one that's like smaller. Like they're all pretty large.
Yeah, even the 2-quart ones take up a little bit of counter space. It's something to consider.
Yeah. We have this like spice rack that's kind of like you turn it and it does I guess it's called carousel spice rack. Yeah. Which is nice, but it also takes up a lot of counter space.
I had no space for an air fryer when I got the first one. I just kind of ordered it on a whim. Usually we have to have a family meeting because the kitchen is so crammed with my stuff. But this time it was late at night and I just did it. And we found the space. After I started cooking with it, Dave was like, oh yeah, we're keeping this.
Yeah.
It's really helpful.
Especially I could talk my boyfriend into it, probably.
You can. Just make him tofu in there and he'll convert.
Yeah. I mean, his parents have one and he's like, every time we go over there, he's like, we need to get an air fryer. I was like, just say the word. Let's do it.
You'll love it. Yeah. I happen to know someone who has a lot of air fryer recipes. She can help you out.
Is it you?
That person's me.
I'm always creeping your website for Instapot recipes. I recently made a veggie broth with vegetable scraps, which I was very proud of myself because I felt very like DIY domestic goddess, So I was like, no more boxed veggie broth. That stuff is. I've up-leveled my veggie broth game.
And it's expensive.
It is. And it's like, you never know if they add sodium in there. I mean, you can check the ingredients, but it's like, it's always more for like the lower sodium one, or if you want the organic version, like that gets pricier as well. So,
yeah. So, I think this would be a good time to talk about our happy place, the special sound that I play. You can stop it. It goes on for a little while. There. So I don't know if you prepared a happy place. Do you have one ready?
I didn't.
That's okay. So a happy place can be, it doesn't have to be a big thing, just something that's helping you feel like grounded, especially now when things are so stressful. It could be anything. And I can go first if you want to give you some time, or if something's
I actually have one.
Okay, go.
Yeah. So this is something I do as soon as I wake up in the morning. I put water to boil, and I make hot lemon water. And sometimes if I want a little sweetness, I'll add agave. Typically I'll just do like the lemon, like squeeze lemon juice into the hot water. And as I'm drinking that on my little balcony, I'll be listing out like what I'm grateful for that day. So I try to fill a whole page of my journal with things that I'm grateful for. And typically it's around like 10 to 15 things. So it's like every time I write anything, I'll be like, I'm grateful today for blank thing, like the sun shining or the birds chirping or this amazing lemon water. Or, if anything special like happened the night before that week, I'll share that too in my journal. And even if that day I'm feeling like I've already listed all the things like in previous days, I'll do future journaling. So I'll say I'm grateful for a new client today. When it's like I haven't gotten that client yet, but I'm kind of like putting it out there in the universe. So kind of like manifesting gratitude, if that makes sense.
That's awesome. Oh,
Yeah.
I love that so much. So do you repeat things day to day ever, like the sun shining?
I try not to. I try to like do new things. But if it's something that I'm like I'm really feeling it today, like such a sunny day and it's so gorgeous, I'll repeat it.
Yeah.
So it just depends how I'm feeling. I don't like judge myself for repeating things or like it's in the past I've put rules on myself for like how I want to do my gratitude journaling, but I found that I just need to make it something that's like it just flows out and there's no rules and I can just do whatever I want.
That's so awesome. I feel like that's something I could do with the kid. Like we could sit down and do that in the morning.
Yes, and it just primes you for like having a positive mindset at the start of the day. Because I found that in the mornings I was getting really anxious. Like I would immediately get on Instagram or like check my email and there would be some negativity going on. Or, I would read about a post about like racism and get really upset because it's just such a societal, deep rooted issue. And I'm like feeling hopeless with this virus and social rights. So it's just nice to do that. Like before I touch any device, any electronic device, it's like straight to the water, put it to boil, grab my journal, grab my pen, squeeze the lemon juice in there and just start writing.
Oh, I love it. That's awesome. Yeah. So my happy place, I think this week is, it's actually something I've been doing every week, which is connecting with people online.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the one little silver lining of being kind of stuck in place right now is that we're reaching out to people that we would never see. Like I have a weekly happy hour with my mom and sister who both live in Florida. I've never talked to them so much as during this last 3 months. Gosh, so long. And then twice a week lately, we've been doing a Netflix party and watching Community with some friends, one who's in Athens and the other who lives in San Francisco. And I never get to see or really talk to them since they moved away. So just like, I mean, it's been hard and I definitely miss like being in the world, but like connecting with all those old friends and like being able to get closer with family, it's been like a nice thing. I really loved it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I definitely think as collectively people are making more of an effort to connect. So that's for sure a silver lining to all this.
Yeah, all the new connections. My mom says she loves it so much. Yes. It's really fun. Our first one we got on, we have like a WhatsApp chat going and we all did face masks together. It was really fun.
Do you do your own or was it like one of those sheet ones that you put on and it has the holes for like your eyes and mouth?
We all were using whatever we had. I had like some sample ones. So I had one that you wash off and then one week I did one that you put on and then you peel it off. And that week my kid was having trouble sleeping and he came in progress. And so he helped me peel it off.
Nice.
He enjoyed it very much because it's so gross.
It's so satisfying. I do the like blackhead nose strips. And I just love like peeling it off and looking at like all ripped out blackhead. Like I know that's really nasty, but
it's like a concrete thing that you did. I remember there was a previous tea break where I was saying that my happy place at the time was vacuuming. Because it's just like there's dog hair. Our floor is made of dog hair and like now it's not. And it's just like a good, like you did it. You did
Yeah,
it and it's done and it's better. What
right.
in this world right now is like that?
Exactly. It's like something like an instant gratification thing, but like productive.
Yeah, like you could feel
Yeah,
good about it.
for
It's
sure.
really nice.
Yes.
So I wanted you to talk a little bit more about your nutrition coaching because I follow you, but I feel like
Mhm.
people watching maybe don't know about all the cool things you're doing. And y'all, if you
Yeah.
were leaving comments, I am so sorry, but the software I'm using is only showing me what my mom is saying. So, I'm not ignoring anybody. But yes, Val, tell me all about your coaching because I want to hear about it.
Yeah. So I've recently gotten a little more crystal clear on like what clients I want to serve because in the past I've done very general like health and wellness coaching. And I found that my really like my mission and my vision for it was to help people eat plant-based and eventually go vegan, but in a healthy way. So that's what all my offers are focused on now. I recently launched intensives. So it's kind of a taste of what one-on-one coaching would be like, but for a week. So we have a 90-minute call. And before the call, you fill out a questionnaire telling me all about like what you're struggling with. Maybe you have specific nutrition questions like about vitamins or protein, the typical vegan questions.
Right, right.
So that kind of primes me for like what we want to focus on in those 90 minutes. And then after that 90-minute call, we do a Voxer messaging, which is like a similar to WhatsApp. It's like voice and text messaging app for a week. So like any other questions after the call, like they can ask me there. So I've had a couple people go through intensives, which was awesome. And I'm recently opening back up my one-on-one 4-month coaching. So what that looks like is it's my most high touch coaching essentially. Like anyone who is really struggling with nutrition and they just don't have the time to research all these things and they just feel really confused because the food industry and the diet industry really does contradict itself. And it's unfortunate because, us as the general public, we want to just know what should we be eating to be healthy. I mean, it really does depend like person to person as well. So that's why one-on-one coaching is really nice because you get that customized plan and someone like me to support you and guide you along the way. I've been there, I've been confused, I've been the struggling junk food vegan who felt like super tired and exhausted and like just cranky all the time because I wasn't getting enough nutrients and I didn't know why. Now I do. So it's really nice helping people through that path and like once they know how to eat and how to build their meals, it's so empowering. Because food is such a core part of like us as humans, and something that we share with other people. So when you don't know what to eat, it's very disempowering. So I love like helping people fine tune that and get really clear on how to go vegan and how to make it fit in their lifestyle so that it feels like an empowering decision, not something that they're restricting themselves on.
I do think that support, especially at the beginning, because it feels, I think that you go vegan, or at least when I went vegan, I just cut out a bunch of food. And then
Mm-hmm.
I was always hungry and
Mm-hmm.
tired. And like I lost way more weight than was necessary
Yeah.
because I was just like, I just took things away. And then over time realized like, oh, you have to add things in
Mhm.
or you are hungry all the time.
Yeah.
And just like having someone to like would have made the transition a lot less rocky. I think it took me a good like maybe 6 months to kind of like refigure out my plate. That's kind of how I started blogging. I was figuring this out and I was like, other people shouldn't have to start from scratch. They need recipes.
Definitely. And recipes are such a crucial part of it too, because I feel like it's so easy nowadays. It's like it's 2020. I think every year as we progress, like the vegan movement just gets bigger, and there's even more bloggers and more people sharing recipes, and I think it's so amazing. So it's like you can just Google vegan and then like whatever dish, and there's probably a version out there, like 99% sure. And even like cultural foods too, like I was shocked at how many like vegan Mexican dishes were out there as recipes, as YouTube videos. So it's just amazing to see, and it fills my heart to see it growing so much. So I love that.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So, are you taking these clients on right now?
I am, yeah. So I take 4 new intensive clients and 4 one-on-one clients. I have spots available for both. So if you're interested in either of those and you just even want to get on a call and talk about, what you're struggling with, I can help guide you through, what program would be best for your needs. I'm more than happy to do that. Just DM me on Instagram and I will reply. Even though I don't have my phone, I can get on my laptop. Thank you, technology.
I'm making a note to, I'm going to add a link to your Instagram to the description.
Definitely. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. It's been awesome also to see just like so many people really showing interest in going plant-based, or even if they're not like, they don't see themselves ever going fully vegan, but they're open to the idea of eating more plant-based meals. And I always think that's kind of like the gateway. It's like once they realize how easy it is to eat plant-based and it feels so good, like that's kind of the gateway of like them entertaining the thought of going vegan. Because I know that's how it happened for me. I thought veganism was too hard, and then I realized it wasn't.
Yeah, I think so Val and I are both in the Atlanta chapter of Vegan Lady Boss, and we start every meeting by telling our vegan story. And like a common thread that I see in so many of the stories is, I went vegan because of this, but now I'm vegan for the animals. It's like once you do it for whatever your reason is and you see how easy it is, it's like you're open to understanding things about our food system that maybe you weren't before. Like there's this cognitive dissonance that you have to exist in if you're eating meat, right? Like I love animals, but I eat these animals, but that's okay. And I think it's hard to, at least for me, it was hard for me to like move past that until I was like, oh, I don't need to eat them. It's have to look food like all the time. I'll be fine.
Exactly. And I think if we're gonna live in this is another like hot topic, might be controversial, but I'm gonna say it. I think if we want to live in a world free of pandemics, we really need to entertain the idea of stopping factory farming, because it is a breeding ground for a lot of bad, nasty viruses and bacterial
Like
issues.
the one that's affecting us right now? Yep.
Yes.
Yes. It's wild to me that that's controversial, but it is.
Yeah. I'm like, I know people are not going to like me saying that, but I'm going to say it. I tell it like it
is. Absolutely. So, my notes are all over the place right now. I'm so sorry. Okay.
Oh, you're good.
So where can people find you on? Are you mainly on Instagram? I looked for you on Twitter and I only follow you on Instagram right now.
Okay. So I've had a Twitter for a very long time. And I have a love-hate relationship with Twitter. I know you and I have talked about this. So sometimes I'm very inconsistent on Twitter, but you guys can follow me on there. I'm at Veggie Vale in like all the places. So Facebook, Instagram, my website, it's VEGIVALE. So that.com or like or the facebook.com/VeggieVale. That's where all my social media, even my Gmail, Veggie Vale. So any way you want to contact me, just type it in that way and you'll probably find me.
Oh, it's showing me a non-mom comment. So Kadri says, yes. I'll read it because it cuts off. She says, you're so much more open to hearing about animal agriculture when you're not eating them. I think there's less defensiveness. Yes. Definitely. When you're not including them in your meals. Totally. Because I do think there's a defensiveness because you're like, well, then what do I do? But then eating that way, you know what the answer to that is.
So true.
Yes. Join us. It's delicious.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for taking time out of your day. I know you want to check and see if that phone is ready.
Yeah, you guys send me all the good iPhone vibes so I get my new phone.
I'm rooting for you. Let me know how it goes.
Yeah, you'll see my Instagram story announcement.
Yes.
I'm sure I don't have the it's so even I love sharing on Instagram stories. Even if I wasn't a coach, I would probably be posting Instagram stories daily. So it's just weird for me to make a meal that looks beautiful and not post it.
You can't even take a picture of it.
Yeah, I'm such a millennial sometimes when it comes to that, but
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Millennials get a bad rep for no real reason. Well,
We're
they
just trying to
deserve
change
it.
the world out here,
Hmm.
in our own special way.
You're gonna do it.
Yay!
Well, thank you so much. This was really fun. It was nice to
Yeah,
connect with you. It's been too long.
I know. Thank you for having me. I know I've been need to go to more vegan lady boss meetings, so we'll see
We're
that
working
the
on
next one.
July's. Yeah, we have to figure that out, but soon.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, thank you everybody who participated. I'm so sorry that I couldn't see very many of your comments today. I don't know what's going on, but I appreciate you chiming in anyway. I'll go to the post and check them out. And
Yeah.
yeah, have a great weekend, everybody. Happy
Yeah.
cooking.
Thank you.